Alright, so this next comedian's a dear friend of mine. I love him to death. He hasn't been doing comedy for a while because he's an asshole. Will you please give it up for Chuck Ruiz?
Broken Bottle, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Apparently, I haven't been here in a while. I didn't think I had been that long, but Nick announced some other guy a bit ago, and he's like, this guy comes here all the time. And I'd never seen him before. Good stuff, by the way. And then he walks up and he's like, I haven't been here for a while. I haven't been here for a long time, I guess. But let's see what we got here. So, I want to know, how many times is a new fat burner going to take GNC by storm? How many times? And why the hell is GNC so underprepared? Because they're constantly being taken by storm. You never hear the story go, amazing new fat burner. GNC handles it well. Never. Never. And how come every time I get on Facebook, there's a new steroid alternative out there? But should it be bad? Should it be? I think it should be. Alright, so you all look like people that get up very early in the morning, so I'm sure you saw this as well. But I was watching the morning news the other day. Headline of the story said, can a blood test predict suicide? Can a blood test predict suicide? And I gotta say no. I don't think it can. Because I had a real hard time thinking that a doctor can take a blood sample from you, look at it, and come back and be like, oh, you're going to do some dumb shit. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. So, something pretty crazy happened to me the other day. Please, tell me if this has ever happened to you. Okay. You know, I was at the ATM the other day getting out some money. And one of the $20 bills got jammed in the ATM. So I'm there trying to get it out, and of course, this is on Friday, so there's a line of people behind me at the ATM. And the machine just starts beeping, going beep, 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 beep. So I'm trying to get it out, but trying to remain calm so they don't freak out. I'm like, and it starts to rip, so you gotta get it closer and closer and closer. Beep, 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 beep. I'm freaking out. So finally, I rip this $20 bill out of the ATM, I stick it in my pocket, and I just get the hell out of there. As I leave, just a ways down the road, there's a cop with his lights on, hauling ass the other way. I don't know for sure that he was going over there. But I'll tell you what, the ATM definitely has me on camera, like. So, I'll have a real hard time trying to say that I wasn't robbing it. So, a couple days ago, I was on the highway. It was just me and my 3-year-old little girl. And she says to me, Daddy, is this a car race? And immediately I thought to myself, what an awesome illusion to be under. Right? That any given day you hop on the highway and bam, you're in a car race. So, you know, I try to be a good dad, set a good example for her, right? So I look back at her and I say, baby, this is a car race. Because I really felt like that sounded better than, no, baby, Daddy's just driving like an asshole. So I start weaving through lanes, you know, passing other drivers, because for one, we had somewhere to be. But for two, I will be damned if I lose a car race in front of my little girl. So if you see me on the highway with that baby on board sticker, pick your battles. Pick your battles. Because you may not even believe it's possible to drift in a front-wheel drive van. But just know, don't race me. Alright, so we cut off our cable a while back, so I have no idea if this has been like very well advertised. But I was in Burger King the other day, shocked that they were selling Big Macs in Burger King. That they just called it the Big King. Right? But essentially the same sandwich. So I was like, okay, Burger King, time to get some new marketing people. I mean, seriously, right? How rip-offy is that? The Big King, I mean, what's next? Right? King McNuggets. Burger King, now featuring McDonald's fries. Right? What kind of bullshit is that? Alright, so, I have no idea where I am in time. Where's go for, how about an old one here? So, I don't believe that Jesus really turned water into wine. Sorry, I don't buy it, I don't think it happened, and I'll tell you why. Because first off, in the Bible, how many stories are there of Jesus turning water into wine? Just one. And that's bullshit. Because if he could really turn water into wine, that would have been at the end of every miracle. Right? Jesus heals the blind, and he turns water into wine, and they celebrate it. Yeah. Jesus healed the sick, and he turned water into wine, and they celebrate it. Jesus walked on water, and then he walked on wine. And if he really turned water into wine, then the Bible would have scriptures of Jesus the alcoholic, Jesus the recovering alcoholic, born again Jesus. But no, those are missing. Because I'm sorry, if you could turn water into wine, you and your friends are going to be drunk all the time. It's going to happen. And then they couldn't have called it the New Testament if all the disciples are too hammered to testify. Instead, they would have called it The Adventures of the Bearded Wine. And it would have drunk stories in there with Jesus like, dude, come here. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, guys, come here. You want to see something fucked up? Sure, Jesus. I'm going to turn Judas's body into 70% wine. All right, but you know how he holds a grudge. And if Jesus could turn water into wine, there is no way Pontius Pilate would have had him executed. No way, it wouldn't have happened. Pontius Pilate would have been there sipping from his chalice like, is that an 18th BC Merlot? This Jesus character is awesome. But my Lord, the people are calling him the King of the Jews. Ah, with wine this good? I don't care if they call him the Son of God. I am Chuck Ruiz. You guys have a very good night.